dreaming about the things that we could be. But baby, I've been praying hard.
About 66 degrees here in Northwest Pennsylvania on this Friday morning. Joining us this morning is Mr. Dennis Ledebur. Good morning, sir. How are you today?
Good, thanks.
Thank you for joining us.
Glad to be here.
There's an event coming up here in a couple weeks, but before we discuss that, let's talk a little bit about you. You've been in education for a number of years. How long have you been retired now?
About 10 years, believe it or not. So
that's hard to believe.
Yeah.
That's hard to believe.
Because I can remember you when you were much younger than you are today.
Well, you look great. How are things going? Are you enjoying retirement?
Yes, very good. I presently serve 2 churches for Lake Erie Presbytery, and so on Sunday mornings I travel 69 miles to do 2 churches, one at Irvine, Pennsylvania, and one at Titusville, Pennsylvania.
Wow.
So that keeps me busy, along with hospital calls and visits to care centers and so on.
So you're
busy. Retired,
but not retired.
Yes, just tired now.
Just tired.
Tired and retired.
That's right.
Now, I remember being in elementary school up at Pleasantville, and it seemed like every year we would have an assembly there where the New Dawn Singers would perform, and you're bringing them back.
Right.
Tell us a little bit about that and your history with this group.
Well, they originally came from Pennsylvania, out in the eastern part. Ann and John Blake are the people who really are orchestrate the beginning of them, and I would bring them to Titusville for a particular reason, is that their shows were always multifaceted with dancing and lights and music, and I realized that some of the students probably wouldn't leave the valley, so to speak, to see those kind of shows. So it's an opportunity for them to see that kind of thing. Also, they always had a moral kind of statement to their program that would give kids something to think about, something good for them to kind of ponder and become. So it started way back when with them, and they came, and they are, by the basis of their own organization, are a Christian group. The kids that are involved in that are Christian oriented, and so when they would come, they would often do church activities too for me. And so I've known them over probably 25 years, and now they reside in Florida. And so they don't come north as often, but every summer they come up to do an amusement park out in the eastern part called Knoebels. And so they're coming up to do a couple weeks of that, and they felt that it would be nice to come over and see us again, and because it's been a while since they've been here.
Now, the makeup of this group, obviously the main cast, that changes every couple years. But it is an organization that has been around. There are people that run this company, and they attract this talent. Tell us a little bit where they pull the talent from.
Okay. Well, both of their children are a part of the group. Tammy is their daughter, and Josh is their son, and they have been doing this. I first met them when Josh was only 4 years old, and and he's in his I think early 30s at this time. But because they go down and because they've been in Florida, and they've been a part of the villages in Florida for a while, where they would do shows for them during the winter time and so on, or summertime, and then so they've been well known. They've traveled throughout the United States, but they draw kids that are experienced in this kind of entertainment and quality, but their background is Christ-centered, and so that they draw people from different churches and different colleges that are a part of that. There's 7 of them that are coming this year. 2 of them are both Josh and Tammy, and the other ones are a part of the cast. And most of them are coming from working at Disney World.
Wow. So, I mean, this is quite an experience here for these folks.
Right. And it's, they take 2 weeks off of their own time. That tells you about their commitment to to their faith, and so they come in because Canolas Park is a Christian family-owned entertainment park, so they come for that reason. And so they're taking off. One gentleman who's coming this time, he hasn't been back for quite a while. He was the New Dawn Singers when he was younger. I don't know his exact age now, but he's been working and is working currently at Dolly World. So these voices ought to be pretty well trained.
Yeah, absolutely. You said, your relationship with this group has gone back into the 80s, late 80s, mid 80s, somewhere in there. Did you continue to keep in contact with them over the years, or?
Yes, we have. All the time that I was an elementary principal, we would have them come back about every couple of years, 2 years, whatever. So I've kept in contact with them. And then Karen Mallory from Pleasantville, she and I have been good friends for years, and she houses them.
Oh, wow!
Always, and my gratitude is for her, and she loves this group of people. They come, and so part of the attraction is that they love to come back and visit people who have been so kind to them, and so that's one of the reasons for them coming back this time.
Now the event is happening here in Titusville at the Tea-Free Church. And that's coming up on?
Friday the 20th at 7 o'clock in the evening. So we invite everybody to come out to that for that kind of entertainment. It'll be Christian-based, contemporary music as well as hymns and other kinds of Christian music. It'll be for all ages. And the thing that I want to stress is that they come for a free will offering. So there's not, they're traveling from Florida and coming this way and then going back east, and so it'll be a free will offering. They have never done any gospel concerts where they've charged, ever.
Really?
Right. So it'll be continuing to do that. So we're looking forward to that. Then on Sunday, the 22nd, at 11 a.m., they'll be at Titusville Presbyterian Church. That's one of my churches. It's at 196 Main Street in Titusville, and there'll be a concert there at 11. And so people who perhaps have no church that they attend but like to come and listen to the concert, it's at 11 on Sunday the 22nd.
So these folks will be here for the weekend, it sounds like.
Right. They'll be coming in on Tuesday night, supposedly, and then staying at Karen's on Wednesday and Thursday. They'll be doing their planning and preparation, and one of Karen's, she has a large barn that she built, whatever kind of, and so they'll be working out there, and then they'll be setting up on Friday afternoon at Tea-Free, and then a concert that night. So, and then Saturday's kind of an off day, and then Sunday they'll be with myself and my 2 churches, which will come together at Titusville.
Now I hear you say off day on Saturday, but I have a feeling you're going to have to get the grill out and be serving up hamburgers and hot dogs for these folks.
That's kind of what really is going to happen, to be honest with you, is that my kids, Daniel and Annalise and Jeffrey, they all attend the community church out at Chapmanville, and so they're having a vacation Bible school one day, and then they have a picnic that night. So we're invited out for the picnic, and then they're going to maybe sing a couple numbers just to entertain the people that are there. So we have a picnic planned for them for Saturday night.
Is there a few minutes for downtime where you folks just get to visit and talk?
Yeah, that'll be probably mostly on Thursday, Wednesday and Thursday, and Karen's very gracious because there's a lot of room out there at her house, so they just kind of hang out and they enjoy that kind of activity. And so and Tammy has a couple of children, and she's bringing them with her this time. I haven't seen them in a while, so it'll be good. Josh, the son, at one time, I don't know if he still does, but one time he played Goofy at Disney World. He was
really,
and he would be a good one because he's always been a little kind of goofy, as I call him. But
Sounds like there's an awful lot to talk about, and an awful lot to catch up on sometimes.
They're a good group of people, and the kids are awesome, and the voices will be, I think, tremendous.
Now, there's Tom, right?
The Tom, the one that's coming, the older fellow?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, they call him Tom Pee Wee Hacker. So, but he's, they tell me that I guess he is going to operate the sound for them, some of it, but, and they have their own sound, they bring everything, which is the other part of the equation. But I've been told that he has an awesome voice, really. It's kind of special, so I'm anxious to hear him.
I think from what I read, he was actually part of the group.
Yes, he
early
was
on.
One time. Mm-hmm. Yes, and he's a lot of the people that have been a part of the group. They're doing different shows at different places in the United States. So there'll be a lot to be seen.
And for those who are like, I'm familiar, I know the name. I mean, these guys have been around for a long time, not this particular cast, so to speak, but they actually, I think, started in the mid to late 60s.
Right.
So.
Yes. When the first time I had him was when I was at Hightown School, so that's a long time ago. And they came, and like I said, Josh was just 4 years old, so I think he's 32, I think, at this point. So they have put a lot of miles on, and they have. It's been a tough kind of existence, but you don't find many families that do that for a long period of time.
That's a lot of history there too.
Yeah. Yes.
It's neat to hear about.
Have you found? I mean, you've mentioned a couple people who are coming out to support this, whether they're hosting them at their homes. Is this something where you reached out to, say, like the Tea Free Church here to host them, or did they contact you to say, hey, can we have a concert?
A couple things happen. One is the Billy Graham Crusade, which is going to be in Erie in September. I'm not sure if you're aware of that, but there's Billy Graham people are coming to Erie on, I think, the 26th or 27th of September. Don't hold me to, but someplace in there. And so they've had a variety of workshops that they have spread out to different places in around the Erie area, and they came to Tea Free, so we were there for those. There was 3 different things for that. So while I was sitting there, because of the size of their auditorium sanctuary, I guess I would call it more an auditorium, I decided to ask if that would be possible, because I had heard that they were willing to come, and I needed to go someplace, and obviously and also they have a praise band, so they have kind of a front that will permit this kind of activity to be there. So Karen does attend there also, and then I know Reverend Mabray and several other people. So I asked them if they thought that we could borrow their sanctuary for a night.
So it's a nice fit then.
Right. They can, apparently, what I'm told, they can seat 400.
Wow.
And that, so we're hoping that people will come out, and there's still a cadre, I think, of people, your age and a little younger, that would remember the New Dawn Singers. This is not the same cast, obviously, other than Josh and Tammy, but I'm hopeful that they'll kind of make a connection and be willing to come.
I think it was always something that we looked forward to.
And it sounds like you'll have quite a crowd out there, too. I don't think it's going to be hard to fill 400 seats.
Well, I hope that they will come. But that's why I picked that venue, because I wanted to be able to have a church setting, and then I wanted to because it's going to be a gospel concert, then I wanted to be able to have a space that would accommodate that. So
now, folks don't need to call and register ahead. They can just show up the night of the concert, which is a week from tonight. So Friday the 20th is the night of the concert. That's at the Tea Free Church just outside of town, right by Betts Brothers there. And as you said, there's plenty of parking, plenty of room inside, and just a nice evening to enjoy some music.
Right. And it should be a great concert.
Any other churches reach out to you to say, hey, can we load a van or a bus up and bring some folks over?
We hope so. I have some posters and that I'm going to try to get around today. They were made and were ready for me to get them this morning, so I didn't have them here today right at this time. But we'll try to get some around town, and hopefully people will see them and take note. And I appreciate today being able to be here and being able to share this information this morning.
Yeah, this is exciting. And again, as you mentioned, there's a lot of folks around here that are going to recognize that group name,
right.
The New Dawn Singers.
Right.
So that's very exciting. We're very fortunate. Mark and I talk quite a bit about just the talents that are here in this region, musically, just in the arts in general. We're very fortunate that every Monday night you can drive by Scheide Park and see a concert in the park, or that folks like yourself step out and say, here's a chance to bring in this kind of talent to the area. Again, I think there's great people that recognize that need in this region and say, hey, I know these people, or I can reach out to them and get them here. So this is wonderful.
Well, and I hope that the people will come out because, to be honest with you, you won't find this kind of entertainment every day in this region. I mean, there's a lot of people with a lot of talent, but you won't see it kind of collectively in that kind of time period. So I'm looking forward to, because I just know the kind of program they put together.
What's next after next weekend? What are you working on?
Well, just church things in general. There's always things you have to reach out to and do, and visitations. So those kind of things. My wife's at band camp in Allegheny College, adult band camp this week. You ought to talk to her sometime. That's not too far away, and they have musicians that come there from all over the world.
Wow,
that sounds like fun. Adult band camp.
Yep, they do.
That's great.
And the conductor that's there this week, his name is Tim Foley, and he was the president's Army band director for 2 presidents at the time that he was in the Army, and he's their conductor. They have a concert tonight, and but she enjoys every moment of that, and it's quite an event. And they do 2 weeks of it. They have a week 1 and a week 2. She just does 1 week, but there's, like you said, there's a lot of availability for people to enjoy things if they so desire.
Turn the TV off, get off the couch,
get up and get out.
Get up and get out.
That's right.
Do something. Yeah.
Yeah. Put down the whatever they call those little things.
That's right. Just put them away.
Yeah.
Let me ask you about the kids. How are they doing? Because you mentioned that most of them are right here still.
Yeah. They're all. Daniel I'll start with my oldest. Annalise is here, and she teaches at the middle school. A lot of people know Annalise, particularly she's very tuned into kids who have some what I call difficulties at times in associating with things and so on, and does very, very well there. Daniel teaches third. He really teaches a combination 3rd and 4th grade, and next year he's going to grade 4 and 5 at Hightown. He was at Main Street for a while, so he teaches in the elementary school. Then Jeffrey, he is at Pitt here in Titusville, and he's the director of student learning in Titusville.
And very popular there.
Yes, he's
doing very.
And he works very hard at that, and he wants that campus to stay. There is a certain level as to how whether they can stay there or not, and so there's that process. And Kurt, who's my youngest, he's at Mercyhurst Police Academy, and will graduate next Friday.
Oh, congratulations! That's wonderful news.
He'll be looking for a job in the employment in the police area, which is a little scary for his mom. You know, she's afraid he might go to the border and be a border patrol person or something like that. But he's
So next Friday's going to be pretty busy for you.
yes. So it's a bit busy. So they're all doing well. Thank you for asking. So doing well.
Any fights with the older two on how education has changed?
I'm not so sure. I'm not really convinced about the core pieces that are out there, but that's for another debate in time.
Absolutely. All right. Again, recap what's going on. A big event next Friday night at the T-Free Church.
Okay. It's the New Dawn Singers. They're coming back to Titusville area, and they'll be doing a gospel concert at T-Free, which is on Route 27 West, and it'll be at 7 o'clock at night, and we would welcome and hope that people will come out to hear this wonderful concert. And then on that Sunday the 22nd, they'll be in Titusville at the Titusville Presbyterian Church to do their concert at 11.
All right. Dennis Ledebur, thank you so much for your time. Please come back.
I will, if you will have me.
Absolutely, we will.
Yeah, we have coffee and water over there too. You can, yeah,
all of that. In one, I heard about coffee. I'm a little leery about after hearing the coffee episode, whatever. So.
Yeah, that's not good, not good. But thank you again for joining us here this morning.
Thank you.
Alrighty, 8:31. This is the Morning Drill.